highest swings in 3 years. Okay, now people could say, well, it has a lot to do with the Middle East. It has a lot to do with the jobs reports that aren't as strong as we'd like. It has something to do with the fact that the Chinese economy is hinting that it is slowing a bit. The retail sales number domestically, in the U.S., that number did not help the situation. But what is even more interesting, Eric, is that this next week in October, 20% of the S&P 500 companies are going to be reporting earnings. Now, the market moves a lot based on earnings. So if we see missed estimates, whether it be revenues or the earnings number, I think you're going to see October continue to be extremely volatile.
Oh, man, we don't like October's, because they've got a history of that down on Wall Street. But what do you think will happen with the S&P? I mean, it was suffering for a while, and then suddenly it went back up. That's where you can actually do pretty well. What do you think will happen with these earnings, and how that will affect the Dow?
Well, it's a great question. I happen to think that earnings are going to come in a lot lighter than people think. I think the estimates...
That means a softening?
I think there's going to be a softening here for the remainder of October. Now, you brought up an interesting point. When you look at the calendar, it is always a fact that October is the highest volatile month in terms of swings within the Dow and the S&P. But when you look at what's going on in the world, the volatility has increased dramatically. And I think for the remainder of October, I think that the earnings estimates are going to come in lighter. It is all eyes on the S&P 500 companies going to be reporting in the next 2 weeks. And if that doesn't work out as planned, I think we can see a Dow Jones. You saw that the Dow Jones touched 16,000, Eric. I think we could dip below that in the coming weeks.
You know what they say, those brainiacs go, it's a buying opportunity. I mean, when it goes down. Is that true? What's going to happen in January when 401k money starts flowing back in?
Well, I think that, there are buying opportunities here. There's no doubt about it. You have to be sector-specific and stock-specific when you're looking at these buying opportunities, and that's where I think a professional money manager comes in very well in terms of identifying those opportunities. But, on the whole, I think that you don't want to pour all your money in as this dip happens, but averaging in terms of when you're buying into the market, that is something that I think would be very helpful as this market dips a bit.
All right, Kyle, thank you. I'm going to try darts. I'm going to do one on a dart, and then we'll get back to you in 6 months and see how this dart does.
Much more fun darts, Eric.
Quoting Kyle Harrington, the market needs a therapist. Okay, we move on. Letting slip the dogs of war. It's much more than a famous line from Shakespeare. It's